Hello, this is Wojciech Pietrzak again. I'm going to play a game of ITSL Silver Playoffs. Silver Playoffs are in relationship to main playoffs, basically like UEFA Europa League to UEFA Champions League, and dropping from the later to the first is possible, and I experienced it. My opponent is going to be Edge Inc. 8. This is a nickname of Babus Benjámin from Hungary. I played against him in the last round of Online World Cup and I failed to record my defeat. So I owe him a revenge and I owe him a good recorded game, which let's hope is going to start right now. I picked USSR as a higher seeded player. Please ignore this cat meowing in the background. What do we have here? Nothing really special. And what's worse, no really decent headlines, so I guess Europe scoring it is, because I'm probably unable to improve my position in Europe. My hand is poor. If it gets purged, it's not really very crippled because there are 4 cards unaffected by purge. That's very tough. It's worth 13 ops. With purge it's going to be 9, not counting China. This is the very last chance to remain in the tournament. If I lose this game, it's definitely over for this season. The same applies for my opponent. Draw promotes me further. And that's simply it. 60 minutes per game is the limit. 90 minutes per game set up due to play deck options. I wonder what's he thinking about so long. Whew, no Marshall Plan. So, yes, Europe scoring it is. Containment. I think purge would be even less painful now. 12. Okay, I have to count on 3 or more in cooing Iran. 5 is a very good roll. Okay. So it's a good start. Yeah, I could of course headline Arab-Israeli war, but this was more speculative, and it would come with a downside risk of losing Europe. And he cleared it to the exact 0, which is better than I could expect, actually, because now I'm going to be the first to Pakistan. It's actually better than if he had rolled let's say 1 less, because in this case he would have had 1 more coup, so I would have to coup, and I don't have many good cards to coup now. Now I think I'm gonna take this risk with Arab-Israeli war to deny him access there. Maybe not. He doesn't have Middle East scoring, otherwise he would have scored it immediately. Yeah, get rid of this shit. Okay, I have no longer access to Italy, but whatever. As long as DEFCON is above 3, I don't care about him moving to Lebanon. I'd like to go back and forth a one-stop country, because his containment, its power is somewhat reduced in this case. Arab-Israeli war is a good candidate to hold. Asia is a good candidate to fight for. But if I hold Arab-Israeli war and space NORAD, this leaves me very few ops, and there are things I should do. Of course, blockade for the event is pointless with containment. So far, it's been rather lucky for me. But now that DEFCON dropped to 3, I need to secure Asia. Okay, he went to Lebanon actually, so let's coup it. Clearing it was better than expected. I actually preferred to roll 2 than to roll, let's say, 3. Of course, I'm probably going to lose Thailand, but I can't help it. I have no access cards there. And again, so let's attempt again with much better outcome. Not easy for him. He shouldn't afford me controlling Lebanon with DEFCON being at 2. And he just did it. Of course, it's hard to flip Egypt right now, but I could quite successfully. If it was to prevent Nasser's effect, it wasn't very good. And I won Korean War. Okay, I have decent rolls this time. Can't be complained. Okay, my friend, no way that I can give you South Korea like this. It's too important. And what? If he breaks either Korea, he's going to be able to flip it with China card, but this couldn't be helped. That was risky because I haven't seen 5-year plan, duck and cover, and CIA, so I am vulnerable to some DEFCON suicides, but no fiddle played yet, so okay, France, I guess. Alright. Asia scoring goes. Indo-Pakistani war in my hand. How great it is. Okay, Arab-Israeli war is a good headline or not? He has Jordan access now. But I may deny him Egypt access, so... yeah, let's do it. Now let's go, okay. This war failed, so I should coup, and the best coup target is here. And clearing is not that bad. Now about Asia, it can hardly be contested with what I have in hand, so I should score it ASAP. NORAD space race, Marshall, I don't know. That was a somewhat weird choice. Maybe not. Okay, I am purged, so let's assume he has Middle East scoring. I think I'm gonna play Marshall, sacrifice Europe, the only region scored already, and probably hold Indo-Pakistani war. Evented it, okay. Even if he equalizes Asia now, it's always +1 due to Pakistan. If he breaks either Korea, it's even, but with -1 IP for him. Five in Italy is too much. Doesn't help much, and just gives me more in case of some nasty brush war. With 4 in Italy already, Greece is a better target, especially that I have just played socialist governments, so even if I had evented it in turn 3, it reduces Italy to 2, and socialist governments are gone until turn 7. Okay, my friend, I haven't seen some nasty cards for you, so please. Okay, no access to Egypt is quite nice. I'm thinking about Fidel, but I haven't seen 5-year plan, duck and cover. and CIA still, so... You didn't fight for access to Egypt? I don't believe this was a good move. Okay, no Fidel for event in this case. I failed the space race roll, but he really deserved my failed space race roll after what I rolled in the first turn. On the other hand, my rolls were an equivalent of his containment and red scar purge, and this is Middle East I like. I have defectors, so nothing can stop me in Middle East except from CIA coupping Lebanon, but I think I can sacrifice 2 victory points for getting rid of CIA this way. He has destall, decall, some of this sort of this stuff. Okay. Special relationship and NATO, which is going to be activated. If he allows it, independent threats for Zaire coup are going to be my first move. But if he's good, he's gonna play CIA and coup Egypt with no chance to break Middle East, but without giving me coup. And it's actually better than coupping Lebanon, because even if he coups it successfully, he denies me 2 victory points in Middle East, but doesn't deny me victory points for coup. Of course, I have Indo-Pakistani war, and he knows it. It was a somewhat weird choice, I think, but maybe he counted on me not headlining Middle East. Okay, in this case, independent threats for Zaire coup starts being an autoplay. It was a great coup result, and it was what he actually deserved for his, let's call it directly, poor move. Duck and cover goes to space, so I'll have to suffer defectors. I don't have to suffer special relationship. If I have to suffer it, let's suffer it this way. It's not clear where should I play. I think it's Middle East, regardless of it just being scored. But let's make some... Let's get rid of some cards I have to get rid of anyway. first, so special relationship, then duck and cover to space, then NATO with a solid boost to Libya and Iran, probably. Maybe Indo-Pakistani war just to Libya. I need Libya against Sadat, but I don't really need Iran right now. Fidel, mi compadre. Okay. So this space race has to go first. Now it succeeded. I'm thinking about playing NATO in the last action round, like... Yes, he succeeded. Like Cameroon, Nicaragua, and sort of this stuff. This would give him a juicy coup. Let's first play it. Okay, I assume he is going now to space decolonization and get some flexibility for his last play. He invented this. Nothing more to count on in Europe, so let's just boost it against potential European control in the late war. The map isn't very great, the score is quite nice. If he succeeds in brush warring Zaire, it's maybe nasty. But well, I have to activate NATO, yes. He has Distal and something. But his hand is flexible enough with Distal with the China card in it. Okay, let's make some OPEC threat and grab 2 victory points for military operations before the mid-war comes. I'm very unhappy about his getting both D cards and being able to hold them so long. As well as Vietnam revolts. I didn't get any excess gainer except Fidel by now, so it's gonna be somehow tough in the long run. Of course, unless I get some juicy cards like Junta. He had this, okay. Zaire? Cuba first. And he finally remained lucky. No defectors. Okay. In this case, Quagmire looks just great. Unless countered by bird trap. If countered by missile envy, it's double great, because I think cooing Laos Cambodia is not what he'd like to see. And I always can play Cuban Missile Crisis to prevent him cooing too much. If he allows, I'm gonna play Vietnam Revolts and maybe take Thailand directly. Even if he does not, I may take you. Okay, how I learned to stop worrying, so how you learn to stop worrying. Defcon changed to 2. So now that he has to lose his action round, how can I make use of it? Vietnam Revolts and taking Laos Cambodia just to boost Brush War against Thailand loses 2 action rounds, so it's too much. I think this puts the most pressure on him. If he now fails, I'm gonna play Cuban Missile Crisis, probably to Angola, Cameroon, and he succeeded. He succeeded with Muslim Revolution, which is a weird choice because this would be a rather harmless event for him now. This is what I have to do. I don't have 2 ops cards well playable. Okay, let's save Brush War for now. This is a kind of board where Brush War works quite well as a counterplay. Although Thailand isn't going to be any better than this. Plus, oh yeah, this is wasted and he coups in Africa, I guess. Yeah, I think I should go against Thailand. It's not now. I sense the scoring. Yeah, Southeast Asia scoring came. Okay, let's play it directly here for a moment. The point is, Middle East is no longer of a contest for a while. Asia is too locked. I need some mill-ups. And Brush War may be a very nice hold card. Plus, I can really contest Africa with these ops. He really doesn't want me to be able to coup. So I think it's gonna be a joke on him when I finally play the Brush War. I'm not gonna use my Vietnam Revolt's boost, because I don't feel like. This looks like exactly where Brush War may be needed, but let's first attempt to kick him out. Argentina is most important because Panama Canal can give him access here anyway. Not good, not terrible. Actually good. I can't complain. Oh yes, he hums. The bad thing is I can't both play Brush War and Kennedy, and if I don't play Brush War, I fail to meet the mill-ups requirement. Okay, he spaced, he failed. I don't have very good targets for Brush War, so Thailand is the best, but it offers mediocre chance. This offers better chance, but Camp David is still around. Yeah, this is hardest to flip. Had I known this, it would have been Thailand, but who could know? And this is somewhat secured even against Voice of America. Not very good to hold Kennedy as a card, but there were things to do. Okay, so remaining scorings. Europe is fatal. No, not fatal, just bad. Central America is bad. South America is null. Asia is in my favor. Africa is good. OPEC is very good. Alliance for Progress, let it come as soon as possible. It came very soon. And it came under liberation theology. So Liberation Theology, Panama, Mexico and Cuba, then Alliance for Progress for Panama coup. Missile Envy. So I have to change plans somewhat, but yeah, here you are, shuttle diplomacy. This coup totally failed, but it doesn't really matter because with breaking control, Alliance for Progress is going to score at most 1. Camp David Accords is an obvious space race candidate. OPEC is an obvious card to play. The event. VD Brand is unknown. Okay, Alliance for Progress is going to be somewhat stronger than I expected. And I have to fight for South America. Now. The price I'm not willing to pay is to play OPEC for Ops. Other things like playing Kennedy in the middle of the turn or Camp David or socialist governments are acceptable. I played a 3 ops card because I couldn't afford a failed roll. By fail I mean something which doesn't gain me Colombia control. And I won Arab-Israeli war. It's ironic that now Camp David Accords isn't even as painful as it could be. Central America scoring, okay. Yeah, let's cash it now. Can't be any better. He got the point, he didn't say this. So 2 more action rounds to play. This time I am going to play Kennedy. He had Africa scoring, so what scorings are left? South America and Europe. Okay, now that he spaced it, I may give him Kennedy. I hope he doesn't have long gunman to discard. Allende and lone gunman. He might have got 2 scoring cards just now. In which case he's gonna lose, but this is improbable. However, you rather shouldn't discard 2 cards with 2 scorings remaining. Actually 3. Asia scoring is still in the deck. And extra op in Venezuela was a perfect counter. ABM treaty, okay. This is an option. South America scoring. Okay, let's grab this first. Oh yeah, because he sees my headline, so headlining South America scoring wouldn't be wise. Rush War is gone, OAS is in my hand, Junta is gone, Bear Trap is not gone. Yes, it is not. Okay. I have many cards to discard, let's start with this, and Bear Trap is over. If he now coups Brazil, things are going to be somewhat complicated, and I'll have to score South America for 0. I forgot to add something. If he coups Brazil successfully. Wait, I don't need 4 ops. What about the cards? John Paul is playable. Our man in Tehran is less playable, Norat is unplayable. Norat in space, our man in Tehran hold, or vice versa. Or 2 hold cards and China card played. No, let's hold China card. He will take it from me one time or another with Usuri. But at least let's for a moment prevent the Defcon suicide. If he now goes to Chile, okay, I'm gonna score South America. He had it. Okay. So 2 holds, 1 space. I failed the coup, but I had to coup anyway. Where the... Okay, you get this Norat, cause... yeah, 1... This should keep him busy from realigning me. I play 2 more cards. So South America scoring and probably What should I space, John Paul or our man? I think John Paul, just because I like sending the Pope to space. Influence to Chile. Okay. Let's play it for a null score. Maybe even let's coup to avoid giving him. Yeah, John Paul doesn't make Europe much worse. So let's avoid giving him military operations. Unless, of course, he plays Salt. I now hope to get Europe and 5-year plan. Because if I don't get Europe, he does. He had Salt. And he gained IBM. Okay. This is a combo which can't be stopped anywhere. And that's a quite terrible hand to draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How about this? And Asia is for 1. I mean, I can play nuclear subs to attempt to coup in Asia. And I may try to dominate Asia this way. And just wait for him. The bad thing is I have no spaceable cards on the red square, so I'll have to play Our Man in Tehran and Voice of and Colonial War cards on myself. And OAS, of course. Unless I manage to win the game earlier due to Asia. Couing Angola. Damn the shuttle diplomacy. Okay, this won't be any better, and maybe worse. Europe is for 5. Survivable, but blech. And blech again. Okay, let's resolve it for him. I hope he doesn't draw too well. Oh no. Oh no, Africa scoring. My goodness. And this failed. Maybe Jordan was a better choice. Okay, let's play Europe scoring ASAP, because it can only get worse. What the hell, Brezhnev, okay. And now let's I think OAS for resolving event first. And cooing Angola. Yeah, let's keep him busy even if this has been scored already. What a terrible moment to get purged. But at least colonial rearguards aren't going to be very harmful. Actually, they do almost no harm at all. Yeah, and this, if he has South America scoring, this fact is much more harmful than that, especially with such cooing. Let's hope he does not. Romanian abdication. Okay. So DEFCON goes to 4. And with him seeing my headline, Yuri and Samantha is the best I can offer, I guess. Star Wars is unplayable. And is going to be a huge pain. So maybe socialist governments to coup where? Egypt. Oh yes, Egypt is a decent target now. Then brush war against Venezuela. 50% chance that it works. Then a juicy OPEC. De-Stalinization is still worth eventing to gain access to Cuba. This didn't look very well, actually, because DEFCON is simply at 4. So maybe I don't even have to. Yes, I can just repair it that way. Okay, if he coups Pakistan, it's not a very big deal, actually. He evented this. Okay, so he probably has Muslim revolution. Okay, let's coup with Distal in this case. And it was a great coup result. And a great response of his. And a great roll of mine. How about that? I'm not even worried about his realignment rolls now. So Star Wars for space race, Willy Brandt for the event, kitchen debates for some coup. Oh, Norad, yes. This was forgotten about me. Not terrible, whatever he plays, may be repaired by kitchen debates. And will or will not? Will not. Nigeria is easier to coup. Every victory points counts now. Victory point, sorry. He has China. Yes, of course, but he gave it to me, so... I assume he has Nixon in this case, because this is a somewhat absurd move. And breaking Uruguay, come on. Okay, Solidarity is also nasty as fuck. Okay, Allende is a good headline in this case. And Missile Envy is going to be my action round 1. Okay, unless this of course goes. Yeah. He didn't coup. So, but he seriously threatened Poland. Okay, let's play this event. He seriously threatened Poland in case of some nasty turned out this wall. Probably should worry about it. Duck and cover. Doesn't have any 4-ops cards. That's good. Yes, I know DEFCON is still at 3. And he probably knows it as well. And this was a very weird choice. Yes, I know, I have to play my entire hand. But this was a weird choice anyway. Okay, for starters, I want to drop this DEFCON and gain military operations and gain an extra battleground, which is going to be denied by NORAD. Okay. Took this from me. Not a very big deal. I actually can afford playing East European unrest under these circumstances, because I'm simply going to shore up Poland. Then Voice of America for space race. And then Czechoslovakia, a weird choice. Poland is not going to be really threatened. It always amuses me when such rolls succeed. Should I boost the chance of double terrorizing him, or rather boost Europe? A good question. Lucky one. I'm not really too well prepared against Chernobyl. So let's make a threat here and a defense here. Because I should win the game with such an advantage, provided I'm not losing European control, and now he has 2 action rounds in a row. Okay, this is going to be a null action round for him. He has to address this threat. Now Chernobyl and turn down this wall may be a devastating combo. Because otherwise Middle East and Africa are mine, Americas are his, Europe is his, Asia is simply drawn. But my advantage should be enough, and Wargames should be enough. I have Muslim Revolution, wow. So this protects Wargames against some missile envy, and I have Aldrich Ames remix. I actually have quite a lot of stuff which may be winning, but I'd like to really see his hand, or at least see him defecting it. Central America scoring, okay. He has long gunman. He has Soviets shut down, call. He has terrorism, and I think he shouldn't have this one in his hand. Okay. So let's check what he has. Long gunman decal, Soviets shoot down, debt crisis. Middle East, 5 victory points. Should be just simply winning, because he can't regain 4 victory points. Of course, provided I can degrade DEFCON before I play South America scoring. Power. Guesses it's over. Oh yes, I didn't even stop him from playing Long Gunman now. So he must know what's coming. He has a great hand too, but not great enough, I guess. Because whatever he plays, I degrade Defcon. Then I play Wargames, and it's unstoppable. The funniest thing is all my cards are playable. I mean, if it was a generic 4-ops card other than Wargames, but not connected with his event, let's say nuclear test ban, I could just play this game till the end and probably win it on victory points in final scoring, maybe even now on the map, after cooing Argentina and realigning Brazil. Of course, if it weren't Wargames, I should have started from cooing Argentina. But I would. Then Arms Race, Pershing, Evil Empire, just a hold card, Chernobyl, a last play, Painless one, is cooing. And it was a coup, which gives him NORAD and gives me a GG. Thank you for watching. See you next time in my next round of silver playoffs, and goodbye.